Okay, hello guys. I'm just waiting for people to arrive. Just talking to my friends, right? This would be a reading marathon, I guess, yeah. When one of you arrives. Alright, let me invite Dominic in here. Hang on, I'm determining what book is first. I'm going... I personally want to start with Chicken. Oh gosh. Dude, Moobot's not gonna ban you. Blah 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 blah. Is it good quality? Because then I'm gonna start after, as long as the quality's a-okay for my taste. Yes, okay, cool. Apparently there was... Oh, cool. 2 people. Okay. Right then, let's get started. Right, now we're on chapter 10. Later, I was up in my room wrapping Lucienne's birthday present. I glanced to the doorway and saw Cole standing there intensely. Wait a second, let me start that over. Okay, I guess I'm not ready to start. Okay, Dominic's leaving. Apparently, he always has to, be right back, Later, I was up in my room, wrapping Lucienne's birthday present. I glanced to the doorway and saw Cole standing there tensely. His blonde hair stood straight up on top of his head. He was wiping his sweaty hands on the front of his t-shirt. "What do you want?" I asked sharply. "I'm busy." I folded a corner of my birthday wrapping paper and taped it down over the CD case. Cole cleared his throat but didn't reply. I shook my head at him. "You ruined the whole rehearsal," I told him. "It wasn't my fault," he cried shrilly. "Ha!" I slammed my scissors down on the desk. "You refused to sing. You stood there clucking like a hen. Whose fault was it?" "You don't understand," Cole croaked, tenderly rubbing his throat. "No, I don't," I interrupted angrily. "You were all tired of your dumb jokes, especially me." Sharply. Oh, so I say, okay. Sorry, I'm just checking who's watching. Alright. I was gonna say, it's 30 frames per second, so you can see that. Okay, yeah, sorry. Mike Spoof is watching, okay. "You just think you're so funny all the time, Cole, but you're really such a pain." "But I wasn't being funny," he protested, stepping into the room. He walked up to the desk and fiddled nervously with the tape dispenser. "I didn't want to cluck like that. I couldn't help it." I rolled my eyes. "For sure," I muttered. "No, really, Crystal, I think Vanessa made me do it." "I think she made me cluck like that." I laughed. "I'm not that stupid, you know." I told him. "I may fall for the same joke of yours once or twice, but I'm not going to fall for it again." "But Crystal, it wasn't funny," I repeated. "And it wasn't fair for you to ruin the whole rehearsal for everyone." "You don't understand," Cole protested. "It wasn't a joke. I really had to cluck. Out," I shouted. I made shooing motions with both hands. "Out of my room, now." His face turned bright red. He started to say something. He changed his mind with a defeated sigh. Turned and slumped out of my room. "Anything for a joke, huh, Cole?" I murmured to myself. Okay, just looking at the chat box, sorry. I'm usually not that mean to my brother, but this time he deserved it, to be taught a lesson. I finished wrapping the present, then I did my homework until bedtime. I turned out the light and I was climbing between the sheets when I heard a chicken clucking. That's weird, I thought. I never heard the chickens at night. They're all locked up in their coop. Cluck, cluck. Sitting up, I stared across the dark room to open my window. My curtains fluttered in a soft breeze. A triangle of pale moonlight slanted over the carpet. Did the chicken coop door come open? I wondered. Did a chicken escape somehow? Cluck, cluck, cluck. The cry seemed to be coming from close to the house, beneath my bedroom window. Watching the fluttering curtains, I climbed out of bed and crossed the room to the window. The moonlight washed over me, cold and silvery. Cluck, cluck, cluck. I leaned over the window ledge, peered down to the ground, and gasped. Okay, well. Chapter 11. Nothing down there, no chicken. I stared at the silvery ground, and moved my eyes to the long chicken coop beside the garage. It sort of looked like a long, low wooden doghouse. The door was shut tight. Nothing moved inside it. Its tiny round windows. Cluck, cluck. Feeling confused, I pulled my head inside. Where was that clucking noise coming from? From inside? Cluck, cluck. There it is again. Yes, I could hear it through the wall to my brother's room next door. Why is he doing that? I asked myself, climbing it back into bed. Why is he in there, clucking in the middle of the night? What is he trying to prove? There's just like three asterisks, on the page. Like, oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. See those? Yeah, okay. Whatever. I knew Lucy Ann's birthday party would be fun. Lucy Ann always throws great parties. She comes from a big farm family. She has 7 brothers and 7 sisters. Oh, wait, 7 brothers and sisters. Their big farmhouse is always filled with great smells. Chickens, roasting, pies, baking. Lucy Ann's parents are the most successful farmers in Goshen Falls, and they're really nice to people, too. Lucy Ann invited the whole class to her party, and about 24 of her relatives. It was a beautiful spring afternoon, and a lot of people were already hanging out in the yard in front of the tall white farmhouse when I arrived. Lucy Ann has a lot of little cousins. As I hurried up to the gravel drive, I saw a bunch of them hanging around outside of the utility barn. Lucy Ann's dad was giving tractor rides, and the little kids were jumping up and down, wrestling each other in excitement, waiting their turns. I met Lucy Ann at the top of the drive and handed her the wrapped CD. She studied the square box shaped and grinned. Wow, I'll never guess what this is, she joked. Okay, I'm not too original, I replied. What a shrug. You don't know what a perfect present is, she said as she began to walk across the grass to the others. Mom and Dad got me a Discman for my birthday, but no CDs. Well, yeah, I was gonna say, she couldn't guess, could have been her favorite band. I don't know, whatever. So we dropped from 7 to 6 viewers, but 6 is pretty good for just, your average reading night. But I do. A perfect present is Shrek. Good one, Dominic. I laughed. Well, now you've got one, I said. At least I know you don't already have it. Lucy Ann's expression turned serious. Are you going to chorus rehearsal tomorrow morning? What's so serious about that question? I nodded. Yeah, we really need practice. I'll be a little late, Lucy Ann said. We usually don't get back from church till after 11:30. She frowned. Did you talk to your brother? Why did he act like a total jerk yesterday? What was all that horrible clucking? Did he think it was funny or something? I shrugged. Yeah, I guess. Then I added with a sigh, no way, I can explain my brother. Sometimes I think he's from Mars. Lucy Ann laughed. Tell me about it, she muttered. I got 4 brothers. She waved to a couple of girls from my class who were leaning against the broad trunk of an old maple tree. I walked over to talk to them. I like a lot of kids in my class, although I don't get to see some of them outside of school. You see, Goshen Falls is so tiny. We have the only middle school for miles. So kids are bused to our school from all over the county. That means some of my friends live over 30 miles away. When I want to call them at night, it's a long distance call. It was a nice party. We stayed outside the whole time. Lucy Ann cranked up the volume on her tape player. We all danced. I mean, all the girls danced. A couple of the boys joined in, but most of them stood on the grass, making jokes about those who were dancing. Really had fun until birthday cake time, and then the fun turned to horror. Alright. Apparently it's going to be birthday cake time, but now it's trivia time. So here we go. Here's our question. What did Lucy Ann's parents give her for her B-Day? Alright, go ahead. The question's live. First to answer gets a shout out. which doesn't mean anything. No, Dominic, it was not a box. It had something to do with Crystal's gift, though. I really want to just shout out loud, but you know. Okay, I'm just gonna try the camera somewhere else. Okay. Go ahead. No, not a new fence. That was the last trivia question. Where'd my giant comb go? Oh, it's over here. Oh, I can't reach it. Jeez. Okay. Okay. No, not a pet snake. It's something electronic. Jeez. Dominic, were you listening at all? Pink comb. No. It's... Most of us have one of these in our room. It's not a bed, it's something electronic. Most of us use it to listen to stuff, you know? Okay. Okay, sorry, got my kitty. Okay. Yeah, okay, whatever. I'll take that answer. Alright, Dominic got the question sorta right. No one else was guessing, so it was a Discman, or like, you know, a CD player. Just a brand name CD player. Alright. Shall we continue? We shall. But first, let me just reposition the smoking. Okay. I really had fun until birthday cake time, and then the fun turned to horror. Chapter 12. As the afternoon sun started to lower itself behind the farmhouse, Lucy Ann's mom carried out the birthday cake. Actually, she carried out two cakes, one vanilla from the bakery and one chocolate. She baked herself. Yep, that's Gonzo. He's my cat. With so many kids in our family, Lucy Ann explained to me, no one could ever decide what kind of cake everyone liked the best, so Mom always had to bake an extra for every birthday. We all grabbed plates and gathered around. Gathered around the long white tablecloth table. That's kind of awkward to say. To sing "Happy Birthday" to Lucy Ann. You know, happy birthday, Lucy Ann. Yay! Okay, you're 12. No, 13. She's 13. She's turning 13. Okay. Gosh. Beside the two cakes stood a blueberry pie about the same size of a pizza. It took a long while to light the candles on both cakes. The wind kept gusting and blowing some of the candles out. It's Lucy hyphen Ann. Okay. Finally, Lucy Ann's parents got them all lighted. We all sang "Happy Birthday" to Lucy Ann. It looked really pretty standing behind the cakes and flickering candlelight dancing over her face and curly blonde hair. Oh my gosh. Newts. Okay, she seemed to be staring at me as we sang, and I suddenly realized that something was wrong. Oh no. That loud clicking sound I heard, it was coming from me. My lips were clicking together noisily as I sang. As soon as the song ended, I rubbed my lips with my finger. It felt very dry, sort of cracked and dry. Crystal, what kind of cake? Lucy Ann was asking. I gazed up to see her mother slicing the cakes. I held my plate up. A little bit of both. I couldn't decide either. Balancing my plate and fork in one hand, I walked off to join some friends. Looks good, I said. I mean, I tried to say it, but it came out. Yeah, that's sort of what it says. It said tick, but I just want to make my noises. Oh, what was wrong? She was like making chicken noises when she was singing. Okay. I mean, I tried to say it, but it came out sort of a metal click. I ran my tongue over my lips, so dry. Okay, yeah, those simulated chicken noises. I can't really make chicken noises. I tried to chew a forkful of cake, but each bite made that loud clicking noise. Hence, chicken. That's right. I licked my lips again, tried to chew. I started to choke. I couldn't chew the cake. Jeez, this is kind of weird. A few kids were staring at me. Crystal, are you okay? Someone asked. I clicked a reply. Then I hurried to Lucy Ann at the table. Do you have any chapstick? I demanded shrilly, but all she probably heard was. Lucy Ann really sounds weird. Chapstick? I repeated. She nodded, narrowing her eyes to study me. In the medicine chest downstairs, bathroom on the left, she pointed. Jeez, that's oddly specific for their chapstick. Just keep it in like the kitchen drawer. That's where I would keep it. I don't keep it in the kitchen drawer, so don't come looking for my chapstick. I don't usually use chapstick, but when I do, I usually just get like Vaseline and put it on my lips. Wow, that's off topic. It's not a laxative. Wouldn't that be weird? In chapter 13, we discover the cake was actually a laxative, and she was experiencing extreme discomfort in her lower stomach. It's just like, that's awful. Okay. I set down my cake plate and took off running across the grass. I pulled open the screen door and flew into the house. It smelled sweet inside from all the cake and pie baking. I turned to the left into the hallway. I knew my way. I'd spent a lot of hours with Lucy Ann here. The bathroom door stood open. I stepped inside and clicked on the light and shut the door behind me. As if there isn't enough, clicking in this story. Then I dove to the medicine cabinet and gazed into the mirror. It took my eyes a few seconds to adjust, but when I could finally focus on my lips, I opened my mouth in a shrill scream of horror. Dun dun dun. Okay. Right. Alright, I'll let the viewers decide. Shall we read more of Chicken, or shall I go on to the one in the bottom left corner? It's called Shocker on Shock Street. It's over there. I just don't want to get it because I got a cat. Trivia time. Right, let me formulate you a trivia question. Shall we do... Yeah, you should ace this, Dominic. What type of cake did Lucy Ann... No. Okay, yeah. Okay, Dominic, I am. Oh, wait, no, there's a delay, so okay, yeah. Right, let's see. How should I put this? What kind of cake did Crystal ask for? Was it A, chocolate, B, vanilla, or C, a little bit of both? Go ahead, guys. A, B, or C? Wrong. It was not vanilla. Yes, a little bit of both. Thanks. Alright. Yeah, she couldn't decide, but she couldn't even eat the cake because she was choking. She's like, she actually liked both. She didn't care. Yeah. Good job, Dominic. You aced the trivia test. So, yeah, go check out Dominic's stream. I think he said he was going to start streaming. I think he streams PS4, and he's good at what he plays. That's for sure. Now back, let's see. Sorry. Oh, wait, no, that's Monster Blood. Okay, that's a different Goosebumps book. I got a ton of Goosebumps books. Shall we read this? Or a little bit more of this? Go ahead, you two decide. Yeah, he'll be doing Payday 2 streams. Alright, Dominic, I'll let you be the deciding factor. Do you want to read me to read more of this one? Oh, excuse me. Or this one? Sorry, this is a bit awkward to, place them. Go ahead. Chicken, alright. This is a bit awkward, but please don't leave. I'm taking a bathroom break. Okay. Nobody leave, okay. Sorry. Okay, at least my cat was there to entertain you. Yeah, it did get interesting, I agree. It's kind of cool that everybody likes listening to me read books. It's really good. But you fools, this is just a way for Ethan to do all of his summer reading. Actually, no, it's not. I am doing summer reading program, but I'm doing most of that on my own time because I do read outside of Twitch streams. I used to not read because, everybody thought reading was boring and until 7th grade when it kind of just wow, reading's fun, golly. And now I decided my dad actually originally had the idea for me to do this and he has been supportive, so good job, man, thank you. And everybody I've told, every adult I've told, thought this was such a cool idea. Okay, I'm sorry, it just dropped from 6 to 4 viewers. It means I'm gabbing too much. Only fun in school. Well, yeah. I used to dread reading time at school. We'd go to the library and be like, what am I going to do here? I'm just going to stare at a book. But, we all still had to read, AR goals. It was so annoying. I hated AR goals because we were virtually forced to read. Okay, back to the stream, shall we? Okay, wait. Let me dry off my hands. I don't like having wet hands when I read. Oh, proof I washed my hands, in case any of you were grossed out. I did run to the bathroom really quick, but I did not wash my hands. Curious San George. Bright red, my lips poked out from my face. I ran a finger across them. Both lips were bumpy, hard and bumpy. I tapped my lips with my finger. It made a soft click. My lips were hard. They didn't feel like skin anymore. They felt as hard as fingernails. Tick, tick. Sorry, that's my chicken noise. I clicked them, opened my mouth, and opened and closed my mouth, staring hard at the ugly reflection. Sorry, my cat, Murray over here. Okay, I have 3 cats. So. Well, just this guy. I could set up a webcam just to watch my cat. Nah. I'll do that next stream. We'll have a cat cam. I clicked them, opened and closed my mouth, staring hard at the ugly reflection in the mirror. Had my lips grown some sort of crust? Some sort of crust, that's kind of creepy. No crust. The hard lips were attached to my face. Ow! I gasped, my lips clicked shut. What is happening to me? It's like a bird beak. I can't let anyone see me like this, I cried out loud. Yeah, no duh, I wouldn't. I banged the mirror with both fists. This can't be happening, I told myself in a complete panic. And then she got 4 years of bad luck. No. Or it was 7 years of bad luck, people used to say. That was ridiculous. I tried to pull the hard beak lips off. No, one more time. Crystal, calm down, I instructed myself. She talks to herself. Okay, I gotta start doing this commentary. But it's just so hard. I took a deep breath and forced myself to turn away from the mirror. It's an allergic reaction, I decided. That's all. I ate something I'm allergic to. It will disappear in a few hours, and if it doesn't disappear, Dr. Macy will know how to shrink the lips back to normal and make them soft again. I took another deep breath. My whole body was shaking. I was trembling so hard, my lips were clicking. I shut my eyes, then I turned back to the mirror. I opened them, praying my real lips would be back. But no, a bird beak. She turned into a bird. I murmured in a shaky whisper, "It looks like a bird beak." Click, click. I ran my tongue over the bumpy lips. Ow! The lips scratched my tongue. I can't let anyone see me like this, I decided. She's already decided that she's not. Okay, just stop repeating yourself, Crystal. Get it together. I'll sneak out the front door and run home. I'll explain to Lucy Ann after. I shut off the light and pulled the bathroom door open a crack. No one in the house, I saw. Everyone was still out and back enjoying the cakes and pie. Will I ever enjoy cake again, I wondered? Or will I have to pull the worms from the ground and suck them through my bird lips? Okay. Here's a picture of Crystal. I forgot about this. On the front cover. This is what she looks like. Lips are pretty normal to me. Okay. So really, whoever illustrated this, and then it says it's a finger-licking nightmare. So that obviously a KFC joke. If you eat KFC a lot, which I don't because there's one. I'm going to. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's one really far away, like 20 minutes away, so we don't go there that much. I crept along the living room, then pushed open the front door and escaped. As I ran to the road, I could hear the happy voices from behind the house. Kids were laughing and shouting over the boom of dance music. I turned and started running full speed toward home. I hoped no one could see me. The sun had sunk behind the trees. Evening shadows reached across the ground toward me. My lips cracked as I ran. My heart pounded. I ran all the way home without slowing down once. Luckily, I didn't run into anyone I knew on the street. Oh, Dominic, you alright? Just sent me a couple beeps. Mom and Dad's car was gone. I ran up to the driveway into the house through the kitchen door. Cole turned shakily from the sink. "Crystal," he cried. I could tell instantly that something was wrong. I turned my face away. I didn't want him to see my ugly bird mouth, but he rushed forward and grabbed my arm and turned me around. "Mom and Dad aren't home," he murmured. Oh, dang it, that wasn't a murmur. "I have to show you something." Yeah, it's probably gonna be he's turning into a chicken too. "Cole, what is it?" I demanded, my lips clicking. "Why are you click click wearing that bath towel around your neck?" I need your help," he replied, lowering his eyes. He slowly unwrapped the blue bath towel, then he slid it off his neck. "Look," he insisted. I gasped. "Feathers! Feathers!" Okay. He had white feathers poking out from his neck and shoulders. Right. That's the end of chapter 13. Guess what time it is? It's trivia time. Okay. Describe the texture of her lips after. Alright. What were the two words? What were two words used to describe her lips? Yes, you're right, Dominic. Good job. This guy's smart, I tell you. He's a great listener. He's the star of the show, other than me. I mean, yeah, if he was... I should get a Dominic webcam just, like, right up there, I guess. Okay, I can't really point, but... Yeah, right where my finger is. Crazy man, Ethan. Okay, someone's... Yes, I'm streaming, mate. Okay, yeah. Not like I don't look at your messages. Oh no. me to. But it's not my parents. Okay, well. Now they're home. They're just like listening to me upstairs. Like, there's some crazy kid in our house shouting, "Feathers, feathers! The crazy octopus! The crazy octopus!" Okay. No one knows what I'm talking about. They haven't seen that movie. We should watch that movie. Right. Okay, your choice. What book? This book. Or this book. Dominic, get in here. Come on, tell me, what book you want to hear? More Chicken Chicken? Might as well finish that book. I mean, there's always tomorrow, but this is a reading marathon, so I'm not going to stop for a couple hours. Or maybe not a couple hours. I don't know how long it can go. It's only been 35 minutes. Let's stop getting ahead of ourselves. Choose, 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 choose. Choose. Which one? Okay. Okay. Tomorrow to... Come on, Dominic, choose. Chicken Chicken or Shocker on Shock Street. We're not that far on Shocker, but... Yeah. Here. It's time to choose. Chicken, or Shocker on... There. Choose it, people. I'll watch intently until you choose. Dominic, I do not know. I will ask as soon as the stream's over. I believe it's Tuesday. If it's not, I don't know. I'm sorry. Can you chat what book you want? I'm waiting on you. Since he's the only cool viewer, not like, I said Assault on Wall Street. Assault on Wall Street? You left to play my game? No. No. Come back. I needed him. He was the cool guy. I'm done watching your live stream if you're not watching. Huh? Okay. Everybody's mad at me because I'm not playing games. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to get Dominic to come back. With Twitch links everywhere. Okay. He's not coming back, so I shall keep doing Chicken because, good marathon. Oh gosh, no. Everybody left. Right. Let's get back to reading. Want to see the model I painted earlier today? I'd love to. I would love to. Right, now my stream's unpopulated. I brought that on myself. Okay. Go ahead, back to chapter 14. Cole, when did this happen? I shrieked. Block, block, block. He clucked his eyes wide with horror. Stop it, I cried angrily. This is no time for your stupid clucking. And then I realized that he tricked me again. The feathers weren't really growing from his body. He had glued them on or something. Cluck. Yes. Oops. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so lost. He choked out, remaining so. Yeah, sure. I'm rolling. I replied, rolling my eyes. Okay. I'm gonna roll my eyes. I think I did it. I reached out and plucked the white feather from the back of his neck. I expected the fake feather to slide off easily, but no, it just doesn't feel right. Dominic's not here. He's the one that actually enjoys this story. I'll read this one in a bit. Now we're gonna choose a whole new Goosebumps story, alright? A whole new. Be right back. I'm back! Okay, hello. Right. 4 viewers, welcome. I'm happy to have you here, mateys. Okay, we're going to read Goosebumps Horrorland as a part of our reading marathon. Now let me just peel off this half-price books tag, because that's a great bookstore, guys. Get all your books there. They're half price. In fact, when Goosebumps books go on clearance, guess how much? They're usually $2 or $2.99 at half price. Wait, let me check exact price for you. But when Goosebumps books go on clearance, I can't get that off, but they go from $2.99 to $1.99 or $3.99 to $1.99, depending on like what series. So okay, so these retail for $5.99. Horrorland is a great series. It's based off the I can't say that, but there's a book from the original series of Goosebumps that was called One Day at Horrorland and Escape from Horrorland. So yeah, let's get started without further ado. Readers beware, you're in for a scare. Monsters wanted. Escape Horrorland! So this is the new, modern Goosebumps books. There are newer ones, but Horrorland is the newest. 3 rides in 1. My friends call me monsters. Enter Horrorland. Oh, okay, so this is... Oh, it's a 3-in-1 book. Okay. Michael, this is crazy, my friend Daisy, Edwards whispered. We shouldn't be here. Too late, I whispered back. Oh, that was my whisper. Okay, I can't do, like, the whole whispers and stutters, so I'm just not gonna try it. I'll just, like, shout dialogue. We're already here. Daisy was right. Sneaking into our teacher's house was probably a bad idea. Yeah, you think? But there we were, 3 of us. Me, Daisy, and our friend Dwayne Walker, standing in Mrs. Hardetsky's kitchen. Yeah, the Etsky's is like a hard suffix for me to pronounce. My eyes darted around, trying to see in the dim light. All the shades were pulled. Weird. She keeps her house as dark as her classroom, Dwayne said. Oh, Dwayne. The kitchen smelled of cinnamon. Mrs. H, we'll just call her that, had a lot of snapshots on her fridge door. I glanced at them quickly. You creep. The faces all seemed blurry. An empty egg carton stood open on the sink. I led the way into the front room. The shades were down there, too. The couch and 4 chairs all matched. They were black leather. I saw knitting needles sticking out of a ball of wood on the table beside the couch. Oh, one sentence. A tall wooden clock on the mantel ticked loudly. I'm not happy about this, Daisy whispered. What if she comes home and finds us? We're dead. Okay, yeah, that's dead. Okay. No worries, I said. She's still at school. Let's dump the cat and get out of here, Dwayne said. Let's dump the cat. That's a odd expression. Yeah, let's dump the cat. Let's get out of here. It's like saying, this place is a zoo. Let's bail. Alright. You're probably wondering why we sneaked into Mrs. H's house with a black cat. Well, our plan was simple. Mrs. H. Oh, they actually called her Mrs. H because her name is so weird. It's very superstitious. So she comes home. She looks down and sees this black cat rubbing against her ankles, and it totally freaks her out of her mind. I wished I could be there when she went nuts, but I planned to be far, far away. The cat pawed at the front of the carrier and meowed. I think it wanted out. Monster just opened the carrier. Dwayne said, "Let it go. We're out of here." This is actually My friends call me Monster. Oh, that's the name of the title. Okay, my friends call me Monster. Because she is a monster. This could be the sequel to the egg one. Okay, my friends call me Monster. It's kind of a cool nickname. You see, I'm a big dude. I'm 12. But I look like a high school guy. I'm pretty strong, too. That's a good thing. But I guess kids also call me Monster because of my temper. That's a bad thing. My parents say I have a short fuse. That means I explode a lot. But hey, I'm not angry at all the time. Just when someone pushes my buttons. Okay. Which is why my two friends and I were in Mrs. Hardetsky's house. Our teacher had been pushing my buttons ever since she arrived at Adams Middle School. Oh, why am I getting a stuffy nose? Let the cat out, Dwayne said, holding the carrier up to my face. Not here, I said. Mrs. H will see it too soon. That's not fun. How about the basement, Daisy said. Mrs. H opens the basement door and there's a black cat at the bottom of the stairs staring up at her. Can you picture it? Awesome. That's just awful. Awesome, I said. I jabbed my finger into Daisy's forehead. I like the way you think. We searched the hall till we found the basement door. I pulled it open and we stared down into the darkness. I fumbled for the light switch and the bulb flashed on overhead. I led the way down the creaky wooden steps. The cat meowed again. Be patient, I said. You'll have a nice new basement to explore, and Mrs. H will take good care of you. That's a lie. We stepped into a short hallway. The air grew cold and damp. The basement was divided into two rooms. Both doors were shut. Dwayne set the carrier down on the floor. He bent to open its door. That's when we heard the sound, a heavy thump from from one of the rooms. We all froze. Dwayne's hand shot up away from the carrier. He stared at me, his mouth open. Sorry, I keep sputtering and stuff. Daisy took a step back. I heard a groan. Another thump! My heart did a flip-flop in my chest. There's someone down here, I whispered. Why, we didn't say another word. Dwayne grabbed the carrier by the handle. He spun away from the doors and took off. We scrambled up the stairs. Our sneakers thudded loudly all the way up. Yeah, that's a good way to give yourself away, kids. I was nearly at the top when I heard metal ching, 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 ching. Something hit us there and bounced down. Something fell in my pocket, I cried. Was it my cell phone? I can't live without my cell phone. Oh my gosh. Oh, goodness, that'd be awful. Okay, I couldn't go back for it. We had to get out of there. Someone or something was coming after us. Doot, 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 doot. Okay, that was spooky. Let me get a bookmark real quick. Oh, here's a seafarer. Okay, that's something that comes on navy pants. Whatever, I like navy pants. Right, here's a good one. That's a real bookmark, made for bookmarks. Yes, just to tell you, I'm blind. You're okay. No, I'm quite busy. I'm sorry. Okay, basically, the start of the story is kind of weird. I think it takes place far in the future, so it's one of those Goosebumps books where, you sort of jump back in time. It's kind of hard to follow, but I read that one, 12 Screams of Christmas. That one had a lot of jumping back and forth, present day. It had it in the 1800s when people moved into their house, so it explained how the haunting. Well, let's stop. I may spoil that one for you guys who haven't read that book. Anyway, shall we continue to chapter 2? 2 weeks earlier. Yep, I was right. How many of you have heard of the Loch Ness Monster, Mrs. H asked. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta close that Steam chat window. I keep getting messages. It's kind of getting... Here she goes again, I whispered to Dwayne. He sat beside me in class. Dwayne rolled his eyes. Always monsters. The other sixth grade class is doing Civil War, I said. All we talk about is monsters. How weird is that? I wouldn't be complaining. Civil War, monsters, you know. I like monsters, you know. Dwayne laughed. That's how Dwayne will sound. He's a lanky, good-looking dude. He wears low-riding baggy jeans and long t-shirts and with hip-hop singers across the front. Dwayne sounds pretty cool, not gonna lie. He has big brown eyes and he keeps his black hair shaved close to his head. He's a good guy, except his laugh is too loud. I didn't even read that far and I just made a loud laugh, which gets me in a lot of trouble. Yeah, I know how you feel. Oh yeah, her name's Monster, I guess. I was like, I'm trying to remember her name, but it's Monster. Or his. No, it's his. He's a 12-year-old boy. Never mind, I'm sorry. I suddenly realized Mrs. H had her bee little black eyes on me. Is something funny, Michael? Okay, it's Michael. She asked. I shrugged. Would you like to share it with the whole class? I shrugged again. Whatever. I should have just said sorry or something. Why do I always look for trouble with her? Yeah, you idiot. Jeez. Be like, whatever. Maybe because she's always on my case. I wish I had a briefcase. Like, always on my case. Okay. She stared at me with that cold expression, her face frozen like a statue. Mrs. H looks a lot like a bird. A lot like a bird. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Maybe because she's always on my case. Okay. She stared at me with that cold expression, her face frozen like a statue. Mrs. H looks a lot like a bird with tiny round eyes pushed up against a long beaky nose. She has short, feathery, white blonde hair that puffs up around her pale, narrow face. Would you care to tell the class what you think the Loch Ness Monster looks like, Michael? Well, it looks a lot like Dwayne, except it's prettier. Oh, burn. Take that, Dwayne. That got everyone laughing, except Mrs. H. Duh, she's the teacher. She wrinkled her nose and made that sniffing sound she always makes when she's unhappy about something. That would be her unhappy noise. Okay. She held up a large photograph. This is a photo of the Loch Ness Monster, she said. She moved it from side to side, but it was really hard to see in the dim light. She keeps it dark in the room, so we've heard, but that's in the future. This is 2 weeks earlier. Kids are always stumbling over their backpacks when we take tests. We have to hold up paper close to our faces to read it. It was a bright sunny day outside, but the shades were down and the ceiling lights were dim as usual. As you can see, the monster looks a lot like a dinosaur. Mrs. H continued. A lot of people claim this photo is a fake. People don't want to believe in monsters. I reached into my jeans pocket and pulled out a white silver dog whistle. But hundreds of people visit the lake in Scotland every year. Mrs. H, they want to see the monster for themselves. Kids gasped in surprise as one of the window shades shot up with a loud snap. Snap! It's loud. Mrs. H shielded her eyes. She edged the sideways to the window and tugged the shade back down. I'll save it till the end of the chapter, I was going to say. The room grew dark again. Mrs. H picked up her lucky rabbit's foot from the desk. She always squeezes it in her hand when she gets tense, which means she squeezes it a lot. Many other water monsters have been spotted over the centuries. She said, in ancient times, sailors believed in sea serpents, and snap! The same window shade zipped back up to the top, and let's guess it. Mrs. H gasped and dove to the window. She tugged it down and held it there for a few seconds. Then she returned to the front of her desk, rolling the rabbit's foot in her hand. Snap! The shade flipped back up. Everyone laughed. Sunlight poured over the front of the room. I hid the dog whistle under my desk She hadn't seen me below it. She had no idea what a mechanical genius I am. Michael Monroe. Okay, that's his last name. Michael Monroe. Okay. Wow, I just realized it's the third story since I started reading books, and I think it's gone well. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm real good with tech stuff. People don't expect it because I'm a monster, the big hulk of a dude who's always getting into trouble. But I've got a lot of skill with computers and other kinds of tech stuff. Yeah, like, okay, before class I rigged the window shade, and I put a tiny receiver on it. The dog whistle sent high-pitched sound waves to the receiver, sound waves that humans can't hear, and the sound made the window shade go flying up. Snap! I did it again, just to upset Mrs. H and get everyone laughing. Then I hid the whistle behind my textbook. Mrs. H scratched her head. Why does that shade keep going up, she asked. Maybe an evil spirit is doing it, Dwayne said. He knew I was doing it, but he liked to torture her. Ooh, 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 ooh. He made a nice ghost howl. Oh, it would have been like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Mrs. H's mouth dropped open. She didn't think it was funny. She was squeezing that Lucky's rabbit's foot flat. Rabbit's foot. Once she never made a joke about evil spirits, she said. Her voice trembled. She kept a jar of black powder on her desk. She reached into the jar and pulled out a handful and tossed it over her shoulder. What's that gonna do? Is she the weirdest teacher on earth or what? We're always trying to figure out what the black powder is. Daisy thinks it's ground up bat wings. Dwayne says it's a powdered eye of Newton. Oh, Dwayne's got a valid guess, I guess. He leaned out. He learned about the eye of Newt in one of the scary books he's always reading. Like the one I'm reading now. Okay. Mrs. H tugged on the window shade down and examined it carefully. I hoped she wouldn't spot the little receiver I planted here. She returned to the front of the class. I raised my dog whistle and prepared to blow it again. Oops! The whistle slipped out of my hand. I made a wild grab for it, but it bounced off my desk, hit the floor, and rolled away to Mrs. H's. Did she see it? Yes, Spirit. She squinted at it, then raised her eyes to me. Am I in trouble? I asked. Chapter 3. Great, we'll stop there. Right, so there we are in the book. I like to show you guys that just to show you how long the books are. They're easy reads for tough as nails kids like me. Now, I know they're a little below, like, our reading level, but it's summer and we can read whatever we want for entertainment. I read bigger books, I promise you I do, but, Goosebumps is such a great series, and I just recently got into it, so... But I have a ton of Goosebumps books, so I figured that's the best thing I could read. Got a ton of other books. Might I show you? I would love to read to you guys Mystery on the 14th Floor. It looks really good. I have not read it myself. I've read the first chapter. But I'm not, because it's strictly Goosebumps themed, and oh boy, I'll probably read that after school starts, and I don't know. I'll remember when school starts. Sometime, not anytime soon. We got like 6 weeks left of summer, I thought. Right, so I do appreciate you guys coming here, and I'm gonna end it right at the hour mark. This has been a great reading marathon, and I hope to do more of them. So this is the first reading marathon, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think I'm the first guy to read books on Twitch, so that's cool. Reading on Twitch is fun. It's always fun to do something new, something edgy no one else does, and reading's kind of, I guess it's educational. I don't know. It's like watching a movie, just reading it. It's like reading a movie, yeah. That's what it is. So, Honestly, in my back of my mind, I don't think of it as educational. I just think of it as enjoyment and the entertainer I am. I just like to read books to you guys, and I like to see you guys follow along and answer the trivia questions, like Dominic, whereas he calls himself 69 Gabe Newell, which is kind of a naughty name, but whatever. I like to see them answer the trivia questions and say, "Oh yeah, read more of this. It's getting really interesting." So I really appreciate it. Thank you. Bye bye.